typically the rule of thumb is 10% of the agents produce, 90% of them don't. I knew this, and I was told by my beautiful man JT, and it scared the crap out of me because I thought when you get your real estate license, you're a home run. You're gonna be rich. It's over. Got my real estate license. By the way, I flunked that thing 4 times. 4 times I flunked this thing. I knew that was the only thing that was going to hold me back. But I flunked this thing 4 times. As they say, sometimes you could be too smart for this business. It's hilarious. Okay, so listen. So here's what you could do. There's 3 ways of getting business. You can slow your response. Here's the slow response techniques. Okay, open house. This is slow. You can. What I believe open houses. I think if you do it right, you can pick up good people. Because when I was doing open houses, you would have 6 parties through, right? So you have 6 parties through all at once, but you're not training yourself. You're hanging on to the tire kicker and letting the other 5 come through. That out of the 5, maybe one's really motivated. You just lost that opportunity. You guys follow me? That's why I was so successful at the good guys, because I would never hang on to the tire kicker. Which the audio geeks, because they couldn't wait to say how this TV was built, they would hang on to the tire kicker, and I am qualifying, figuring out who's motivated or not. By the way, the audio geek at Good Guys was hanging on to the tire kicker. I already approached the tire kicker. I already qualified him within seconds. I knew he was going to buy it. I gave him the tire kicker. Let him get botted with the tire kicker for an hour. Meanwhile, I'm dancing on the floor selling homes. You guys follow me what I did at the Good Guys? #1 salesperson out of 2,500 sales associates. That's what I was doing, qualifying people at Good Guys. Pick up people's body language when they walked in the front door. Why I'm dealing with a 10, which I knew this guy was going to buy this TV today, right? I'm looking at the front door. What am I looking for? Buying signs and how they walk through that front door. The way they walk through that front door, their body language tells me a lot. And it's the same thing I find at open houses, the same thing. So when you're doing open houses, I think they're great. You just got to work them right, okay? So slow response techniques. #1, open houses is a slow response technique. Floor time, slow. Geographical farm. By the way, geographical farm is great if you have money. You should do it right by hitting at least 2 or 3 times a month. You should door knock within your farm. Find out who's advertising in your farm. You want to know who's advertising on my farm right now? I'll tell you. Why in the world would I do this? I've never farmed before. Here she is. This is in my mailbox. By the way, we used to have like 100 of them. I maybe get 5 or 10 now. But look, what's she doing here? 1.5% listing commission. You got to know who's in your farm. Who's advertising in your farm? Farming works good. When I worked at Tom Ferry, #1 was expireds. #1 was sphere of influence. That was #1 thing that was working for all of them, calling their loved ones that respect you, love you. Hey, I need some, who do you know who can buy yourself real estate? That's #1. #2 was farming. After 18 months. Don't expect to farm and get results. Here's what worries me. I should farm. I shouldn't say this, but what I found was people are spending money on farm. The phone rings. They don't know how to qualify. They get to the appointment. They can't close the deal because they have no tools to close the deal. We want to think about it. We're going to talk to 2 more agents. You need to figure out how to close those objections. You guys follow me? So yeah, the farm works. You get there, but your conversion rate's still low. I should now farm because my money probably well spent. I can get a higher conversion rate. You see what I'm saying? Cut your commission. I can handle that. Hey, we're going to talk to another agent. I can handle that. We want to think about it. I can handle that. I'm always getting better. But when I got in this business, I worked on being a salesman versus spending money and not getting the results. So anyway, geographical farm works. You just got to give it like 18 months. A direct mail campaign. I've never done this. Advertising your properties. That works. Personal promotions, magnets. I can't tell you how many expires I went on for sale by owners that I went on. And there's, Mr. Simpson's baseball calendar. Okay? Mr. Simpson didn't get the listing. Referrals from accountants, attorneys, and financial planners. Networking associations. I can give you these notes. Web-based and email marketing. REO bank business or working notices of defaults. This is all slow response, okay, techniques. And internet referral sites. Be careful of these internet referral sites. They're preying on, because they know the numbers. They know 90% of the agents fail. They know 90% of the agents are desperate. They know 90% of the agents are looking for deals. So they're going to convince you to pay $500,000 a month to get internet leads. And half of these internet leads don't want to communicate with you. You're on the phone. I mean, you're never on the phone with them. You're communicating with that email. You're wasting a lot of time. Okay? It would make sense. And I try to, when a lot of people try to come to me and try to sell me on this, I go, if you can guarantee me the numbers, I'll sign up. They can't guarantee the numbers. I want numbers. I want humans on the phone. I don't want to talk to somebody in the world, in the virtual world. So, I mean, I hate email. I hate email because you get a lot of change and get sucked up into it and spend more time on email than going out and being in front of people. Okay? So those are some examples of slow response techniques. Here's the future response techniques. Door knocking and cold doors, which is great. Okay? But you don't know what you're going to go to. If you're spending $500 in your farm, it's good to door knock, because now they see you in person. That's powerful, okay? But that's future response technique. So if you door knock, they'll say, I'm going to move in 6 months. You got to follow up. Making massive cold phone calls. I really didn't make cold calls. I made expired for sale by owner calls. They're kind of sort of warm a little bit because they were on the market, didn't sell. Now I'm calling a price of right and they sell it. For sale by owners, advertising, they want the calls. Working absentee owners, which is good. Be careful with them because they have a big ego and they want to know what their home is worth. If it's worth $1 million, worth $600,000, they'll still rent it. But if you say $1 million, they'll sell it, right? Adopting clients on the other side of the deal. I can't tell you how many times I've done that in my career. An agent, I do a deal with somebody, but the agent dropped the ball, but I kept in communication with the buyer. I ended up getting a referral from them. Working tenant-occupied listings. Working relocation business. Doing public seminars. I think those are great. I've done 2 of those. Working investors, small and medium size. You gotta be careful of investors because we're really not that motivated. That's why every investor I work with, I have a heart-to-heart with them. If they don't like what I tell them, they can go somewhere else. I literally have 5 really good investors that understand the market. And what I mean by that is, if we're gonna go find a property, you gotta pay asking or above the first 21 days. If you don't waste my time. Former realtor or past clients and center of influence. I work a lot of realtors. Okay? So here's what I work. This is what I've been doing all of my career. Contacting center of influence for referrals by the telephone. The second thing I do is contact past clients for their business and referrals. Contact expired listings. Contacts for sale by owners. I made a lot of just listed and just sold calls and doors. Working current client referrals. You guys understand? So when I have a buyer in escrow or a seller in escrow, I'm asking them for referrals. That's the best time to ask. You guys understand that, right? Because I don't know if you guys follow the law of attraction. Okay? I'm telling you guys something right now. From what I've learned in 11 years of doing this, if I find a buyer and a seller that's looking to sell their home, and it's 4 months from now, if you don't get in front of them now, the law of attraction in the universe will bring them abundance of amount of realtors. It's disgusting because they're sending out the signals. We're moving in 4 months. People at work, their friends and family are going to start referring them agents. You guys follow me? Don't wait. If you know they're going to move 4 months, you got to get yourself in front of them because if not, the universe will get somebody else in front of them. I believe in the whole law of attraction. I don't know if you guys follow that or not. What you think about becomes your reality. Okay?